Hey guys, and welcome back to phase run of Caveopolis. Today we're going to be continuing on our quest line, going straight into level 2 for more stones. Which means we need to get to diorite, to granite, and to andesite. To do that, we just have to go down a little bit further. First, we need to stop knocking our goddamn heads. Right, cool. So, from here, we're just going to knock out this wall real quick. Just because it annoys me that it's so close to us. And then we're going to start knocking straight down. Alright, there we can see our andesite. So that's what we need. We're just going to tunnel out this way a little bit. One more down. Set a new waypoint for andesite. Then teleport on. It's apparently easier said than done. Right. So next up, we need to get some stone pebbles, which I don't think we actually have any of because I constantly just make them straight into stones. And we can use this stuff to make ourselves some raw mixed stone. Right, we really need to light everything up considerably better than it is right now. Grab out some cobble, grab out a stick. You know where we're going with this. We're going to Pound Town. Pound Town, even. Broke my wheat. It's okay. Bashing spiders out of corners like that is like a rite of passage in Australia. So you get really used to it. But this will teach me to actually light my shit up. Alright. So that gives us raw mixed stone. Sorry, some mixed stone ingots. Which we can use to make a bonsai pot next. This one. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly remind myself of stuff. So we can make oak planks by eroding. Sorry, I'd completely forgotten how to make things between sessions. So we need to put azalea logs into the eroder. Cool. Alright. So we've got this going. And the cool thing for this is I believe I can make myself a whatchamacallit? A barrel. Actually, we can just use the chest for it. So if we just chuck chests along here, what we should be able to do now is grab some rooted dirt. Do I have a hoe still? I do not seem to have a hoe anymore. That's unfortunate. But easily rectified. Right. So we're just going to hoe out this dirt. Grab it out. Grab ourselves our bonsai pot. That's just going to sit right here. Chuck our dirt in. And one azalea sapling should get this going. And now this will start growing an azalea tree in it constantly. And when it finishes up, which we'll do in just a second here, it will drop things as if it was a bonsai hopper. No, apparently not. No, we need to give it an axe, right? Well, there's an axe right there. Okay, apparently this doesn't work the way I thought it did. But it is still going to give us some resources every so often, and we're going to give it a better axe. Or at the very least, we're going to refresh that axe. Right, so we'll also hoe this up and reflate it. Right, next up on the quest line, we made the hopper, we need to make a draw controller. We also need to make stones of blocks, sorry, of each of these. So 1, 2, and 3. Completes those 3 up. So now we need a draw controller, which is fairly easy to make, especially now that we have this going. We're also going to make another one, because one is not going to be enough. So let's do the exact same thing. We're going to grow this tree over here so that we can have... Actually, that's already rooted dirt. So we'll take that. Give it back some moss blocks for that to grow in. We're also going to clear this so that we've got a nice, easier way to get in and out of here. Cool. We're going to chuck the azalea logs into here to make oak planks so that we can make more drawers. Because we can convert the chests, we can't convert the planks. We can also start using the... what's the word I'm looking for? It's always the worst. We can start using the saplings to grow as a fuel source. That's what I was trying to get out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because other than that, they're kind of useless. But we can get that done for now. Right. Backup axe in place. Same with the 6, actually. Cool. That's going. We need to make another drawer. Which means that we're probably going to want to get some more planks out. So that gives us the drawer that we need. And now we can make ourselves a drawer controller. Right. Now we need an advanced barrel. Which means we're going to need... I think this should be able to be done with azalea, but I'm not 100% sure. Put the drawer controller here next to the only drawer that we currently have set up. It would be great if we could turn this into a hopper. Sorry, a hopping bonsai pot. Right. Make more of this. Get it running through. And then just load the rest of this stuff into here. Cool. Except we have no fuel. Okay. So next up, we need to get barrels. Which aren't normal barrels, unfortunately. So what we need is an advanced barrel. We'll put that into the JEI. Right, so we've got this. We need basic barrels, which means we're going to need a lot of logs. So you guys can just sit back and enjoy the time lapse while we cut this shit down. So we can make our last barrel. And then we can make our advanced barrel. Which we're going to set the advanced barrel up in here. Just because I don't like the idea of it being around where all of our wood stuff is. And if memory serves, we need some kind of fuel source underneath it. So what we're going to do is we're going to chuck some of this under here. So we're going to chuck all of this under here. So that way we don't have to worry about cobble for a long while. We'll take the charcoal, and then I don't think I've ever actually made a campfire before, which is a weird thing to be saying when I've been playing this game for so long, but I legitimately do not think I've ever made a campfire. We'll use these extra blocks that they made me make for each of the different kinds of stone. And then as soon as that's done, we're going to grab out a buttload of actual stone and chuck it in. So we get 100 millibuckets of lava per stone, which means it's going to take 10 pieces to actually get a bucket. That's fine though. We made our campfire. We just need to get to the wooden lava bucket. And that first bucket is going to go and replace the campfire. Alright, so our next quest will be part of the machine set, which is going to require an alloy mixer, taking 2 advanced barrels and a hopper. So we'll get straight onto that. So we're going to need 6 of these. And then we're also going to need a buttload of buckets. Means I really shouldn't have turned all of those logs into planks. Alright. So we need to mine out 1 square. It's going to get replaced in a second. Now, I've watched a couple of people dealing with a situation just like this. So what we need is we're going to need 1 bucket of water set up right about here. Because this is going to burn. And it also breaks the bucket. But that, of course, also came with the advantage of it finished off that questline for us. Meaning that level 2 is now completely complete. Sorry, more stones is now completely complete. Now we just need to get this alloy mixer going. So we're going to need 1 more of those hoppers as well. Because the end result also needs a hopper. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3. Ah, 1 short. That's unfortunate. So we can just use this. So now we can go back to the alloy mixer. And we can start making ourselves our barrels. Which only made half as many things as I needed, actually. So that's the first advanced barrel done. It's enough for 2 more. It's enough for 1 more barrel, not enough for everything we need. what is the next thing along? We need to finish this off before we can move on to it. We can start making working for fluid pipes though. Or pipes and fluid pipes, I believe. We have some glass here. Means that we should just be able to go wham and make ourselves some pipes. And fluid pipes, we just chuck a pipe in. And done with both of those. Now we just need to make a pipe wrench, which, again, relatively easy to throw together. I'm sure I've fucked that up already. Yep. What's it? Right, so a pipe in the corner. 3 there and 1 there. Finishes off pipe wrench as well. And now we just need to make a blank module, which we get by eroding smooth stone slabs. Wait, we have a bunch of wood still in here. I am a complete not a dummy. Right. So we can just make these last 2 buckets, which in turn can help us make our last 2 barrels and an advanced barrel and an alloy mixer, sorry. Now we need to make blank modules. And the ore extractor, sorry. Which means we need another advanced barrel and a flopper, which is a fluid hopper. So we'll get to work on that. That's going to have to do for now. We'll chuck more of these in so that we can continue having a generation of it. So our flopper requires us to make, and I'm never going to get tired of saying that word, flopper. Requires us to make a wooden hopper and just put some stone ingots around it. So we now have a flopper. We need to make another barrel, and another advanced barrel, sorry. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And another hopper, which we're in turn going to need to make another one of these, so we may as well just whack it out right now. Because the end result's still going to require an extra one. More planks. Now we should have everything we need. So we should be able to make our last barrel, in turn make the advanced barrel. And after we pull these out, we need one more wooden hopper. Of course we do. Right, so now we have an ore extractor. We need ore forming water. A mix of lava, water, and pebbles inside of an alloy mixer will make ore forming water. Okay. And place in the bottom item slot of the ore extractor to produce basic items. Right. So we're going to try and work out how the hell this all works. Out this way. And because otherwise it will just keep on producing mobs. So the ore extractor needs some kind of ore liquid coming into it. An alloy mixer, I'm assuming we put ores into it and it will come out that way. So, a mix of lava, water, and pebbles into the alloy mixer will make ore forming water. So, for now, that means we're going to need a infinite water supply. You can just get chucked in here. Also going to need yet more buckets. Yay. So, infinite water supply set up. We're going to have to just... Thank God, because I was sure that was going to go in. Chuck the lava into this side. And we're going to need to make ourselves some food. Which means we need to find our wheat, which is here. We're going to make a... We can't put wheat straight into here. Can I make bread then? That'll do. That almost completely fills us up. And that finishes the job. Also just stow this stuff, and soon enough between streams I'll set it up to actually be usable. But for now that we're full of health again... Ah, crap. Alright, so we now have a lava source here. That did break 2 buckets of ours though, unfortunately. So we're going to need to set up some kind of fluid pipes. Some kind of fluid pipe setup for this. So we'll just convert these all to fluid pipes for now. Mine out behind here. Wait, just having a look. We're going to have to mine behind here again. We should just be able to quickly break that off. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Even if we just knocked out the blocks beneath them. No, that's not going to work either. That's why there's no stone in here. We need just one piece of this real quickly to make it a little bit safer for me to travel. Ah, okay. I don't honestly know how these work properly. I feel like there's no way to have these connected and not have this part here. Or this part here. Every time I get rid of one, the other one comes back. Is there some kind of exporter? ME exporter bus. Right, so these are using pretty pipes. So maybe there's something in pretty pipes that will help us with this. Item terminal, conference terminals. Does not seem to be. Definitely wasn't this. So I think what we need to do is go make modules. Either way, it's something to work towards, so that's better than nothing. So we'll just push through this and see. No, we do not have any kind of furnace mods in this. It's unfortunate because I love me some iron furnaces. I've also always had an issue getting pretty pipes to work properly. Don't know what it is, just doesn't like me very much. It's a very mutual feeling. So we just chuck these into the eroder, take out the wooden planks, and these will make us some modules. Now modules are simple enough. We can use them to make upgrades of different descriptions. In this case, we want a fluid extraction module. Hopefully will work the way I'm thinking it will. And that means we need to get ourselves some floppers. Which is still a terrible name to say. Doesn't feel right. But that's two of those. Put the chest in the middle. Two of those, and that's done. Now we have a low fluid extraction module. So now we are getting lava out of here and into here. Alright, so that's step one complete. We just need to find a way to just bulk load, preferably automatically load in stone. But I'm not entirely sure how I would go about that as of yet. Chuck some pebbles into here, and we'll grab another bucket and just manually load in buckets for now. Of water, I mean. So now, this is processing this through and making us something. It's making us this, ore forming water. So we'll just fill this up with as much water as we can. The lava is automatically pushing in. Cool. Fragment combiners or extractors. We need some kind of water pump. Is there a water pump in this game? It'd be great if I could just pipe from the water, but I doubt that's going to work. It's an electric pump, but no. Or even something to do with water. does not seem to be the case, unfortunately. Although water generator might do if it wasn't so expensive, water generator might be able to do the trick. But for now, we're just going to have to manually do this. And we can chuck this into here. Can I pick what I get? Mine that out. Mine this one out too. Then we're going to need another fluid extractor module. So we've got enough stuff for it. 2 chests. 2 hoppers. Makes us 2 floppers. And grab the other 5 modules. And that is pulling out the ore forming water. We're just going to come into here. And I think we just need to load pebbles into it as well. There are a couple of back there, conveniently. I think that... Oh, we need to give it an energy source now. So we need to find some kind of generator that can be used for this. What mod pack is this from? It's from custom machinery. Advanced barrels, dragon infuser, fragment combiner, organic producer, eroder, alloy mixers. So I'm pretty sure that is what we're going to have to make for this, but not quite yet. We're going to need some kind of power. But we do not have any power as of yet. And I don't believe that any of this is going to give me any power. Nor do I think... I'm pretty sure we also haven't found anything that gives us power. So, what do we got generator-wise? Water generator. We have power. Cool. So, power isn't going to work. Because I don't have flux dust or diuretic paste or anything, or electrum for that matter. I don't even have diamonds and emeralds. We don't have uranite. And we don't have any of this stuff. Nor do we even have an induction smelter. It would be very helpful if it actually gave me a thing that told me how to power it. Nothing else really needs power up to this point. Maybe if I have a look into... We pipe water into it. Yeah, we got that. Can be used to combine fragments. Yep. Alright. We'll try that. Maybe that's going to help solve our problem. Needs to be put into the bottom slot of an ore extractor to produce basic items. There we go. That solves that problem. So now, this is going to produce shit for us, like tin. Nice. Right, so we no longer have to worry about getting power. This just needs to be continually filled up with water. So it shouldn't be nearly as big an issue now. So that takes care of that. We just need the fragment combiner, which is a crafting table and some mixed ingots. And the crafting table was the bricks. And then we surround that with these. Cool. So next up, we combine fragments into more useful items. So that gets slapped onto the back of this. And we're going to want make pipes. So I need to find where I put my glass. And then make some more pipes. Break some more cobble down, pull some more stone down. Then we should be able to hook a normal pipe up to the back of each of these with an item extractor, not a fluid extractor this time. Which I'm not sure how to make. So we're going to want... Yep, so we need that. So it's just hoppers. That's even easier. So that's for... That should take care of all of this. And our chest gives us 2 hoppers. Blank module gives us this. And now if we slap this onto here, our items are going to come out of there, come into here, and get processed into the ingots for them. Well, sorry, not the ingots, basically the ores for them. And that will allow us to eventually smelt them down and finish this shit off. Now, there's one last thing I want to make tonight. And weirdly enough, it isn't along the quest line. It's that water generator. Although I'm not entirely sure I can make it. No. That's going to have to wait for a little bit. So, everything is now linked up and set up so that we can get more of these things. These last 2 things are just the retrieval items, which basically do the opposite, and a stack limiter. And they help us get into the first ores. Which we're just going to pull out all of these real quick. And finish off each of these quest lines respectively. Pull out these as well. And they're also going to finish off quest lines rather quickly. Raw mixed stones. We can also make clay from eroding mixed stone fragments. Nifty. Right. So we'll just finish off that last quest, and that will be us for the night. So, with that, I put in much more stone than I thought I was, or than I intended to. With that, we're going to end for now. If you guys have liked what you've seen tonight, don't forget to hit that sub button, just so I can see that there's actually people enjoying this shit. It helps sometimes. I think we've come quite a long way in just our one little session. I finally worked out how the hell pretty pipes work. And I gotta say, I'm quite happy with all this. Yeah. Smack that thumb, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Same fade time, same fade place.